miles of driving to go till I see the hills of home. Got everything I need in the back of my truck. Now all I gotta do is get the job done. When the sun comes up and the woods come alive, Longbeards are gonna die. Longbeards are gonna die. Red, white, and blue heads, beards, and spurs. When he flies off the limb, I'm gonna rock his world. When the day is done and the sun goes down, another turkey's on his back in a grave he's found. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, Longbeards are gonna die. A yelp and a cut from my old slate call. He gobbled back, I knew it was on. Up against a tree, down the barrel of a gun. He don't know what's about to come. About to take his last breath, I got my bead on his outstretched neck. The last thing you'll feel is a face full of fives. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, Longbeards are gonna die. I'm gonna rock his world. When the day is done and the sun goes down, another turkey's on his back in a grave he's found. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, Longbeards are gonna die. Eastern Kentucky down to Tennessee, gonna finish it up in Missouri. Powder keeps a burning and my wheels keep a turning, chasing after the kings of spring. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, Longbeards are gonna die. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, Longbeards are gonna die.
Yeah, he's coming. Here he comes.
Thunder sounds on the ridge top, a gobbler hammering in the treetop. Gotta head up the hill and be real still. Ain't nothing else to give me this thrill. Wings beating on the branches, caught a glimpse of where he landed. He's 100 yards coming, now he's running right down the end of this loaded gun. I'm a running gun from the break of the sun. Gotta cut 'em off and get in front. I can't sit in a trance, I take the chance till I find one that wants to dance, son. Sometimes I wonder about my never-ending hunger for chasing thunder. And age catches up, I reminisce about my good luck while I sit in my blind, try to rewind time and wait for Tommy Turkey to walk on by. I'm a running gun from the break of the sun. Gotta cut 'em off and get in front. I can't sit in a trance, I take the chance till I find one that wants to dance, son. Sometimes I wonder about my never-ending hunger for chasing thunder. For chasing thunder. My alarm clock for 6 in the morning, but I jump out of bed about 10 till 4. I didn't get to sleep till 3 a.m. thinking about gobblers and big ripe hens, waiting on the time when conditions are right. It's turkey time. Old Tommy Turkey sets the woods on fire, strutting and a drumming and burning with desire. With the yelp from my old mouth call, and he turns around and listens, spans his feathers out tall. Come a little closer for a real surprise. It's turkey time. Crazy birds are ruling my life, 24/7, 365. Spending my life chasing a dream of longbeards dragging big hook spurs, falling for the sound of my sleep called bird, running to me, setting out by an old oak tree. Oh, it's turkey time. Got a chalk white head and it's turning blood red. His beard's a-swinging like a noose, this could be the end. 6 60, 50, 40, 30 yards full throttle. Then he makes a stand with his last big gobble. Mashed potatoes and gravy on a plate just right. Oh, it's turkey time. These crazy birds are ruling my life. 24/7, 365. Spending my life chasing a dream of Longbeards dragging big hook spurs, falling for the sound of my sweet corn bird. Running to me, sitting out by an old oak tree. Oh, it's turkey time. You done gobbled your last gobble, Mr. Tommy Turkey.
Hey, welcome to the Mossy Oak Go Live. Don't forget, every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central. I can't wait. Turkey season's inching closer. I'm not going out and listening yet. I'm fighting the urge, but anytime now. But until then, I'm going to watch what's on Mossy Oak Go Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. to get my turkey fix on.
Well, we've been on the road for about a week and a half now, hunting Texas and Oklahoma. We're in Kansas now. We've got a map, got all this walk-in public hunting and stuff, so we're just kind of working our way east, seeing if we can find some stuff that looks good for spring turkey hunting. Most of the time we're on the road, you know, we're hunting with buddies and stuff like that. This hunt is a little bit more different than what we're used to here lately, hitting the public and just going off a map and just, you know, seeing it for the first time, going in absolutely blind. So we have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. And at first I thought, oh, it's not going to be no big deal, you know, we'll find some birds. But right now reality's starting to set in that we might have bit off a little bit more than we can chew with the amount of time we've got to find some spots and get it done. We got 4 days before we got to go home, so keep going. I'm gonna keep a positive attitude though. You never know. It's opening day here in Kansas. We had some gobblers close this morning, just up over the top of the ridge from us, and they were scooting to get with the rest of the group. We heard a lot of gobbling. We slipped up to the top of the hill here, and there's 3 big gobblers up the end of this draw, just kind of lounging. They were strutting and then they'd go to preening and they're just kind of laid up. We're gonna slip up in that draw, pop out on the other side, throw out the quarter strut Jake and a hen, and see if we can't just work them down the edge. Day one in Kansas here of the regular season, so 2 of the Longbeards have went around that corner up there. There's still a strutter and a hen out in the field. We've just eased up on this kind of hidden mile of field out here, and there's 3 Longbeards and a hen. I'm just waiting for him to get around that bend and get some decoys out there. He's got about 3 to 4 more feet to go. Let me get these ready. Okay, I think we're good to move now. Get the decoys out there. What we're doing here, we're gonna get these decoys set up as fast as possible. They're just out of sight over there, and I want to get to calling to them as fast as I can, so if they turn that corner out there, they can see the decoys. Good. Should be good. They sound like they're heading up to the left. Hands up there right above you. The gobblers are to the right. two on the right are gonna get it. All right. You! Oh, yes. Oh. Yeah. I'm pretty jacked up right now. This is, we've been out here in Kansas scouting for the past couple of days. We've driven halfway across the state, finding public ground. We knocked on a real nice guy's door. He gives permission, and we chased turkeys around this morning. It just so happened that we ended up on public ground and filled both our tags this afternoon. And this is the turkey I was talking about earlier. This real pretty tail fan. I mean, I've never killed a Merriam, but that's the whitest Rio I've ever been lucky enough to take. Hey man, he is a pretty turkey. We are actually moving around on these guys. We saw them just kind of loafing down there, and we slipped around on them. We saw them head up over this hilltop, so we just eased across the field, got up here, and there's a bend in the field right here. And as soon as they got around that bend, I ran out here, got the decoys out, and it was windier than heck. And I was trying to yelp as loud as I could, and I did something that it works every now and again. I tried gobbling at them with a mouth call, and just thinking because they had that hen with them, I didn't know if that would get them fired up or not, but I tried gobbling at them, and they instantly gobbled back. And next thing you know, here they come over the top of the hill, and they saw that decoy. They stood there and watched them for a little bit, and as soon as they folded up and headed into that tall grass, I knew it was over. And they come down in here and put the beat down on our Jake, and I got to empty my gun on them. I'm pretty tickled. I like it out here in Kansas. It's been a long road so far, and I know we're ready to get home. I know my pregnant fiance is ready to see me, and I'm ready to sleep in my own bed. We've been hard at it for 2 weeks now, so Kansas, that's a wrap.
For over 30 years, our staff has made it a point of letting turkeys test our camo. The result of that critter-assisted R&D has led to all-new Mossy Oak Obsession, the official camo of the NWTF. Designed with remarkable realism to perfectly match the spring woods, Obsession will forever change how you look at camo. New Mossy Oak Obsession, designed for your obsession.
This week's episode, we have Ben Rising come over to Nine Ridges Farm with us, and what a hunt it was. It takes about 15 minutes. He gets there, we go out. His first time in Indiana, he kills a good bird. All right, on our second hunt, we're gonna have Matt Bernard and his stepson Colton, and I'm talking about an epic youth hunt. His first hunt ever. Bird comes down and does some crazy stuff. Just stay tuned, watch the show, and I appreciate you coming to see Spur Season 2. Good morning, Mr. Rising.
Ready to get up?
Spur season here in Indiana for me. First time this year. Well, we're here in Indiana. It's my first morning of the hunt here. Mike invited me down to his place down here and buddy hunt. So we're just kind of standing here about where Mike thinks we ought to hear some birds. Mike killed his bird the first day of season, so these birds have been left alone for a few days, so hopefully we'll get on one here. We're just kind of standing in this one spot where this CRP field, they've kind of mowed some spots out, and these birds like to come out here and strut and stuff throughout the day. So we're just going to see if we can't locate one here. We heard one bird back in the timber here, so I'm not the best owl hooter, but we did hear one farther back in, so we're gonna probably go towards the end of this field and just wait for him to gobble one more time. He's back in the timber there somewhere. He could be down the hollow and up on another bank, so we'll just see. I'm sure as the day starts to wake up even more, some more are gonna start gobbling different directions, so we'll be able to figure out a little better what we want to do here. Just on the other bank over here. We got up to the top of this hill. A bird just let off one gobble right over here. Not too awful far. It's a nice timber flat up here. So it's kind of hilly here, so it's tough. We got to try to bring him up to the top. We're going to back off a little bit to try to bring him up on top of the ridge so we can at least get some footage of him. Put the avians out. See what happens. Can you see the strutter? No. That's a hen. He's going to follow that hen right up over. Okay. No, it ain't. It's got beer rod or something. No. Ronnie? Wait. Legs by the tree. Now.
Bye, y'all.
First morning in Indiana, we found a bird.
Found a bird.
We thought he was a jake, but we think he's got beard right. He's got a full fan.
He got a full fan. That's why I was like, oh no, he ain't.
I ain't partial.
Hey, at this time of the year,
Yeah, that's right.
what's the matter? But he's got a full fan.
Yeah.
He gobbled good.
At first, they saw them decoys, got a little nervous. we called just a little bit more, they went back down, and then they come up even closer, and then they started coming to the decoys. So what my thinking is maybe he's had his butt kicked by another gobbler, because he's seeing that Avian-X bigger Jake decoy.
We're like 2 for 2, son.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mike.
You bet. No problem.
Pretty cool hunting with Mike's my business partner here of Spur, and we do the whitetail edge and the Spur and everything, and it's just cool to have good buddies and be able to share moments like this together.
Good places to hunt.
Yep, have good places to hunt. Mike came to my place last year in Ohio, killed a bird, and
so I returned the favor.
And he pasted a Jake fan, or a full fan on this Jake over here. He said he'll come right in.
Yeah, he'll come right on in here. Smoked him. Oh yeah.
Spur season in Indiana. Mike killed one the first day of season himself within about 30 minutes of season.
Yeah. 30 minutes.
And then we killed one here within probably about the first hour. Probably. Like I said, they come into them avians first. Just a little farther out, and they I think what they did is they saw them. At first I thought maybe it spooked them, but I think what it is they just wanted to come back in and come in at a different angle. And we didn't freak out and stand up and get mad like, oh, I thought they left. I did freak out for a second. I was like, daggone it.
I think them logs had something to do with it.
That could be.
They just...
So then all of a sudden we just sat quiet, yelped just a little bit, sat quiet, and it wasn't 5 minutes, and I seen one to the left. And they were coming right back in, and so we just tried to slowly work them a little bit. They come right back up. Calm down, buddy.
Seen him yet. He's got a good beard. He's got a big old beard, dude. Way too far. Get him, Matt. Good job, buddy. Woo! Good.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed the show. Come see us next week on the Mossy Oak Go app on Spur Season 2.
Hey, at Mossy Oak, there's no secret that we're obsessed with turkeys. We even have a pattern called Obsession. Check this out from our The Obsessed series.
The word obsession encompasses the mindset of everyone at Mossy Oak. We obsess over hiding from, chasing, and conserving the critters we pursue. In this episode, we follow Jason Hart, one of the founders of the innovative hunting apparel company Nomad, as he chases Osceolas in South Florida. This is The Obsessed.
You know, one thing that I like to joke about, which has been my whole adult life, was my turkey vest. You know, one thing is friends that know me or former roommates or my family, I'm not the most organized guy. If you look at my bedroom, if you look at my storage unit, if you look at my garage, it's a mess. One thing in my life I keep organized is my turkey vest. I know where every call is. In a half an instant, I can reach there and it's there. I turned 40 years old this year, and I've been turkey hunting now for 20 plus years. Harvested my first turkey at 17. I killed 2 birds in one shot. And it started an obsession back in 1995 when I pulled the trigger on my first turkey, which 2 ended up flopping there. And from then on out, I knew that my life and my lifestyle and pretty much my career, whatever I was going to do was somehow going to involve turkeys. And through, you know, ending high school, into college, into my professional career, all my friends and everybody that's known me know me as a turkey hunter, first and foremost. For the last few years, I have started in South Florida, which is the first season to start in the lower 48, the youth season, which ends in February, and then the very last season in North America is in Mexico. And I've been in there the last couple of years, and so far I've killed them in 29 states, and I think I've hunted them in 37, and my goal is to try to kill one in every state. But it's just become such a passion, and you know, turkey hunters are a special group, and it's almost like Tom Kelly in the 10th Legion calls turkey hunters a cult, and it's the truth. It's, you know, the springtime people that are hardcore turkey hunters live for the springtime. You know, with Mossy Oak inviting me down here and doing this, it's, you know, a lot of people in Mossy Oak get that, and there's many, you know, such as Toxie and his boys and his family are obsessed with turkey hunting, and we get each other. So the word obsessed, Mossy Oak is used, obsessed and obsession, often to describe turkey hunting. And whoever at Mossy Oak came up with that term it's absolutely genius, because people that are serious about turkey hunting, such as I, and I've got a lot of friends and know a lot of people much like I am, are absolutely obsessed with it. And put turkey hunting obviously next to friends, next to family, next to their religion, right up next to their work, right up at the top. That's how I am. It's one of the most important things in my life is being in the springtime woods, and spending time with friends or family in the turkey woods in the springtime is as good as it gets as far as I'm concerned. And this cult known as turkey hunters that Tom Kelly refers to as the 10th Legion, that's how we are. There's no place in the world that I would have rather been this morning than South Florida on opening day of turkey season. My name is Jason Hart with Nomad. I'm a turkey hunter and I am obsessed.
Hey, we're about to see something from the Lindsey Way. You know who that is, and I know you're thinking giant antlers, but hey, that bunch up there, they know all about turkeys. And you know what? They know all about kids too. My favorite subject when it comes to turkey hunting. Easiest way to get somebody into hunting, period, take them spring turkey hunting.
Red, white, and blue, heads, beards, and spurs. When he flies off the limb, I'm gonna rock his world. Longbeards are gonna die. Yeah, longbeards are gonna die.
What we got going here, boys?
Kelly Jackson, day 2, cash.
Jackson done did his interview.
Hi.
Hi.
We headed out this morning. We got some birds roosted right over the levee. Jackson's up to bat. Should be a fun morning. If we can just keep them, if we can keep them quiet. Hopefully we're gonna get them in there and calm them down a little bit, and they'll go to sleep or something for a few minutes, and then turkeys come out and wake them up.
No, that's not gonna happen.
I'm just kidding. Hopefully Derek's gonna snuggle me so I stay warm.
Next to us, we got those 4 gobblers that we roosted last night. I say roosted, we watched them walk towards the roost trees. They moved down the creek a little bit, down the river, but they're gobbling pretty good. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is we're in this wheatgrass, and it's probably 8 to 10 inches tall, so in places a little taller than that, so they're probably gonna wait till the sun gets up before they step out in the field. Easy, easy, easy. Can't move that quick. Wait till he gets by. Line it up on his head. Okay. Get dead on his head. No. Y'all ready?
Yeah, fire.
Get dead on his head and squeeze the trigger. Easy. Make sure it's dead on him now. No, hold on. Wait.
I'm ready. Can I shoot?
Wait, he's moving his head too much.
Whenever I want to.
No. Don't cut the trigger, buddy. Alright. Keep it down whenever you're ready.
Oh! You did it! Good job, buddy.
I mean, he laid his butt over.
He did. He smoked it.
You did it, Jack. What do you say, buddy?
That hurt.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
I saw that. You happy, guys? I saw it move. Give me a high five. What did you say with that?
I mean, I heard it hit him. Dunk.
Way to go, Jackson. Give compound 5, buddy.
You crushed him.
You did it, man.
What do you think, buddy? Y'all are 2 for 2. That didn't take long, did it?
Where's that other bird?
Yeah. That took 2 hours.
I know.
Like 15 minutes.
The other bird. I'm gonna FaceTime him. Hold on, bud. Jackson, come here. Jackson, come here.
Yeah.
No.
FaceTime me, Jack.
Okay.
That's your tickle burkey. Look at that. What do you think?
I'm happy.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
I told you we was going to get another one. That's what you get.
Jack.
That's what you get for letting Jackson or Cash shoot first. You see, you always get paid back.
So you get a good one?
All right, here we go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna push
It's
it
beard.
on.
It's definitely long beard, but that one yesterday, reels, you just don't have beards that long.
Jackson, did you forget the...
How far away was he?
Jeffrey, how far away was he?
25 yards. No, he ain't that. He's probably 20. Make it sound good.
Here, you can talk.
He's not. Look at him shaking now.
Happy.
He's getting
I'm freezing.
shaking.
Because I'm freezing.
It's cold. It's chilly out here.
Yes.
47 degrees.
Wow.
Day is done and the sun's going down. Another turkey's on his back in a grave he's found. The guys all giving me high fives. Another turkey's ready to fry. Another longbeard is ready to fry.
Here at Mossy Oak, the passion for turkey hunting has been in our blood for a long time. That passion watered the roots for our initial introduction into making camouflage over 30 years ago with our original bottomland, and is still growing today with our NWTF obsession pattern, which in our opinion is as close as you can get to disappearing in the spring woods. Mossy Oak Obsession, the official camouflage of the NWTF.
Now, timber hunts have got to be, like, for sure my favorite. That's what we grew up doing mostly.
And as we've gotten older, we've kind of leased a few farms and cattle, because cattle farming's big where we live, and so we've started leasing some of that, like, as we've gotten older. But growing up, all we had to hunt basically was the Mark Twain National Forest, which is great.
But it's completely different than hunting a pasture turkey.
Oh, there's
no doubt.
I mean, just when you hear a turkey gobble, if you've hunted turkeys very much, you hear a turkey gobble and you can go, that turkey's in a field. Yeah. Or you hear him gobble and you're like, oh yeah, he's in that
different
big
rattle.
He's in that bottom right there.
Is there a better sound in springtime than a big gobbler, an eastern?
Eastern.
Hammering in a block of hardwoods?
No, there's not. When they're doing that in the timber, there's nothing like it.
He's to the left. They're coming right to the decoys. He's behind some brush right now. Can I shoot right there?
Tennessee is good to us so far. 3 different distinct colors on the spurs. That's always pretty. Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
He is a stud.
To kill 2 turkeys the evening before and then turn around and shoot one not quite off the limb, but pretty close the next morning. The memories of Mississippi and Georgia are getting further in the rearview mirror. That's exactly.
Right.
And
3
so,
for 2 is Hall of Fame material.
Yeah, and so we're starting to kind of, you know, get to like, okay, we haven't forgot how to kill one.
Hey, you about to see some straight hunting right here on Mossy Oak Go Live. Nothing better than great turkey footage to learn from. You know, the magic number in turkey hunting is 3. Once somebody's killed 3, you can't teach them anything. You watch some straight hunting, hey, you may learn something.
All right, we're in Fort Myers, Florida. First hunt of the year. Cypress Roost Outfitters, Travis, Daniels, we're here. Going to start hunting in the morning. Weather's great. First thing we got to do, we got to go in Walmart and get our license. So let's get this hunt started.
Open morning of spring gobbler. We're overlooking a little clear cut here. Birds have been using it. We've heard 4 or 5 different birds gobble over here close to us.
It is open morning. South Florida. This is the zone A. It opened it before everything else, so this is the first chance out of this year.
He just got again. He's closer. He's getting close. I can hear him. He's coming straight down the lane. He's half struck coming in. Get ready. I can't see him. Yeah, I got him. He's coming to the decoys. Yeah. I'm gonna get my gun up when he turns. Just tell me when. I think that was perfect, man. You can't ask for anything better than that right there.
He's a good one. Yeah. Got some good spurs on him too. Those hooks.
Look at that.
Yeah, they're good, man. I feel sharp now. They're just needles. He's a good one.
Guarantee you.
Made me happy. Like I said, I haven't got to hunt open a day in a long time, so that was nice.
Right here is, we've seen gobblers here, heard gobblers here. We came up here after lunch, just after lunch, 1 o'clock, and slipped up here. We're just gonna set up right here, yelp a little bit, and see what happens. There's another one. Another turkey just came from the right, across the ditch. They're fixing to fight now.
What do you think, Travis? Good job, man. Awesome. That was awesome.
I wasn't going to let that short-bearded joker go twice.
Heck no. Look, he's got a perfect fan.
Oh, yeah, he got a full fan.
Oh, yeah,
could you and Rusty see all that chasing and strutting and fighting?
I was having to watch him through the limbs, but man, that was awesome. Those hens going crazy, and then him and that other gobbler down there fighting.
Yeah,
that's pretty neat.
Good stuff. I mean, it doesn't get any better. Well, look, man, I appreciate everything.
You're welcome.
It's been fun, and man, you got the turkeys. This water has killed us.
Yeah,
but that's just a strange year. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. Anytime. Glad that it worked out. We're able to get it done.
All right. Well, let's head back toward the truck.
All right.
You know, me and Will Primos used to get accused of calling too much and too loud. And sometimes you can get away with calling too much and too loud. And if you call like this next bunch coming up here, you can call all you want.
All right, Jordan, it's April 17th, 2019. What's driving your impulse right now?
You know, what's driving my impulse right now is it's been an awesome year. Fishing, you know, started off great, but, you know, I came up here to Kentucky last year to hunt with Walt, and I pretty much failed miserably. We had some tough conditions that I'll blame that on, but it really was a tough hunt, and, you know, I'm trying to kill my first turkey. The weather's, you know, looking great for us, so that excites me. You know, we're gonna probably get our chance. I'm gonna get my chance at my first turkey, and that's what I'm coming back for. You know, leave the house this morning at probably 4:30. You know, get there, you know, within plenty of time. Me, Walt, and Scotty B. You know, I feel like I got two of the best with me, so that brings a little calm coming into this hunt. You know, and we decided to go up and set up on top of a hill where Walt had, heard a few. And, daylight comes. We don't really hear, a whole lot of gobbling going on, but it was, it was probably an hour and a half in to, after daylight. And, we heard one gobble, and it sounded the closest one we've heard yet.
There, they just gobbled again right there. I believe we can get the decoys right up on the road. Let's try to get in the road. Maybe we can get on that tree, Jordan. You take this and call down that hill. I'll go back over here and set up.
Smoking.
That's what I'm talking about. That was awesome. Oh my God. Dude, that was so awesome. Oh, that was crazy, dude. My heart's beat out of my chest. Oh, that was awesome.
What happened, Jordan Lee?
Dude, we killed our first turkey. Oh, yeah, I know. That was so epic. That was awesome. Damn, that was awesome. That's what I'm talking about. That was freaking awesome. Oh, that was so epic. Thanks, fam. Dude, that was so epic.
The dropping down the hill is what sold the whole deal. As soon as you did that, it was immediate.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is awesome, man.
Bro.
My first one, dude.
How'd that feel?
Dude, that was one of the coolest experiences I've ever, seriously. That was unbelievable. Dude, that was unbelievable. I'm ready to do it again. I'm addicted now. Oh man, I was like, I'm gonna go and get right there, and I was like, no,
That's close enough.
That was close enough.
Felt good.
Yeah, that felt good. Pulled the trigger. That was so cool how you called him in, man. That was crazy work. I can't believe how fast he got from down there to up here.
Now that you got your first longbeard and the hunt's over, what's driving your impulse now?
What's driving my impulse now? Getting my first bird out of the way. When it comes to turkey hunting, I have a lot to learn. I had a couple of the best guys, really, kind of showing me the ropes on my first kill. Now, what's driving my impulse is, learning all the little nuances, you know, I mean, you know, there's so much that goes into it. I mean, that's what I love about the outdoors, I love about fishing, is every day, every time you go out, you're gonna learn. And that's really what drives me, you know, in fishing as well, is, you know, I don't feel like I know everything. So looking forward to the next challenge.
Hey, you know what the difference is in a good turkey hunter and a great turkey hunter? Attitude. I can't tell you how many people I've been with, and it's like when they get to that mountain, it's like, if I could climb to the top, I can hear what's on the other side. Relentless attitude, that's what makes a great turkey hunter.
Well, it's March 7th. Here we go. This will be Daddy's 71st turkey season. We've got a couple of spots that the next couple of days I want to be sure and listen, because they're places that are best places, and it's real easy to get Daddy in and out of there. And particularly this one this morning, it's one of his favorites. I mean, we can get him to within 50 yards of where he needs to be and not spook turkeys on one of these electric carts. So just go lend an ear and see what's there. I've got a trail cam too that I've had sitting on an old gas line, and if they're in there, they should have pictures of them too.
Gobble much, but we did hear 2, maybe 3, and the wind's blowing, so I think they're on the ground now, so probably couldn't hear them very good. We just need to get on out of here. I know they're here. This will tell the story for sure. I'm gonna get out of here and go call Papa and tell him what we heard. He'll be fired up. You can just hear him on the ground. Let's get out of here.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Well, we've been out doing a little reconnaissance for you.
Well, good. I need all the help I can get.
Well, it was cold and windy, but we heard a couple. Okay. And I'm looking at I've got a camera on the old gas line down there, and but I've got a picture I'm looking at. Is 3 or 4 turkeys strutting yesterday morning.
Yeah, well, it's getting me excited, but at that time of year, I'm trying to get my joints limited up and ready to go.
You've been going doing your workouts?
I've been going and 3 days last week, and already been 1 day this week, and so.
Well, you're gonna be in better shape than me.
I'm doing my best.
All right, cool. Well,
all I can tell you is the old man ain't what he used to be, but he's still got to get up to go.
Oh, I know that. All
right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you on another time, and we'll begin to make plans.
All right. Sounds good.
All righty. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right.
Bye-bye.
So, you know, opening weekend is, or opening day is, you know, we're all like a bunch of kids, again, no matter what the season, whether it's dove season, bow season, duck season, but especially in the spring. And he's no different. In fact, I think he's more of a kid now than he was when I was young.
This is my 71st turkey season, and I'm looking forward to making one more kill so I could put it in the book at 71.
We tried to tell him opening day was going to be 28 degrees, and he just can't take that kind of cold. And he almost came anyway. That's how excited he was. But the second day, it was only going to be around 38 to 40 degrees, and he was ready to go.
For the life of me, I've missed turkeys before. When you miss a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. So, but sitting, looking down my gun barrel, I found out later when let me look at the camera. I was shooting in the trees 15 feet up in the air. So I don't know yet what happened to the scope or whatever.
You couldn't ask for more. We just had a disconnect between the trigger and the forearm somehow. And I think something was wrong with this. Honestly, not as an excuse, I think something was wrong with the window and the sight. And I think personally that he just looked through that clear window for that red dot and saw the bead on his gun and put the bead on him like he's used to doing for 71 years. And he shot over him.
Yeah, it's one thing about it. When you go hunting and you love it like I do, and you miss him, it just means that you're gonna go one more time soon, or as quick as somebody take it. But now,
I'll be honest with you, he was a little depressed, he was a little concerned, you know what, he was bewildered, what in the world went wrong, because they were just right there, and nobody spooked, they just stood right there and took it like a man. But the thing about it is kind of his MO is that he didn't back down from it. He literally was going to stay and go the next day even though it was going to rain. He can't wait to get back out and get back in the saddle.
Hey, you're about to see something from the Pinhoti Project. That's Dave Owens. Dave Owens is a dangerous character if you're a turkey. Not only is he relentless, he's got the best attitude ever, and he's a big-time competition caller. I just listened to him at the Grand Nationals. You can learn something from this guy.
February the 20-something, officially giving up on spring ever making it to North Alabama, North Georgia, so we are going to go find it. Rumor has it South Florida has a spring that is sprung, so that's where we headed. Just finally made it to camp. Fixing to go see Mr. David Whitelaw, see if he's ready for in the morning. Youth opener 2020.
What you doing, little man? You ready?
Yes.
Y'all pumped up?
Yeah, we're ready.
Good reports from today?
We had a favorable scouting session.
Favorable scouting session. So you pretty pumped up about it?
Yes.
Good.
I'm excited.
Good.
I'll tell you what, hand me. Where's your pack at? Thank you. It's underneath. Right there, see that?
It's the annual pre-season first day glove hunt. Soon to be followed by the pre-season annual first day mask hunt.
That right here.
You got a mask, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, look, here's two. What side you say you got?
Left.
Oh, well, I got you two rights right here. Look at that.
Seems like if we divide and conquer.
Give me one left.
Seems like if we divide and conquer with them gloves, we'll have this thing figured out. Good. I think we got about an hour before turkey should gobble. Maybe a little better than an hour. We're gonna stay right here and try to beat people off our spot until it gets a little closer to time. That's for sure. Yeah. You hear him drumming? Oh, yeah. We could maybe cut right through there. I feel like we make a bunch of noise. I just wonder if we could get in that clump right there. We can make it to that clump right there. Get him right here. Make it to that. Let's do it. Low and slow. Hen just flew down behind us. That turkey may try to get down our right side.
straight down. Did he? Hear him drumming. Drumming at your 2 o'clock. He's drumming right here. Any favors if he's already met up with them hens. I was just hoping he'd gobble so we could get an idea on where he was at. I mean, that's where he was at right there. He was right there. We were right there. It was close, man. It was close. We got in here this morning and ended up being a bit closer to that turkey than we anticipated, I think. Ryan and them heard him gobble a couple times yesterday evening and just kind of guessed as to where he was at. And he was one of those big cypress right there he was roosted in. And we slipped up here, and as you can see, there's like what around here would be called an opening. Everywhere else would be called a brushy field, but that little opening we were in, and had a daggone suspicion that's where he was going to come, and we ended up in this having to just hunker in that clump of willows there, and the turkey pitched straight down and walked. We had 2 hens pitched down behind us. They met up in that little opening right there, right behind us. I mean, his drumming, he was, I mean, it shook the ground there a couple times. But he met up with those hens and he's gobbled one time, shot gobbled one time, and can't raise him with anything else. So all that said, I think we're fixing to hit the trail and see if we can stir one. Running into a couple public land problems here. We heard another couple turkeys gobbling together way on out to our west, so we were easing that way, and 2 gunshots just came from up that way, so that probably foiled that whole deal. And then they had another spot they wanted to hit that they saw a big flock of turkeys yesterday, but that's where we assumed that truck that we had drive past us this morning just kind of went right on past us. We assumed that's where they went, so we're kind of wrestling that pressure problem right now. set up. You guys get ready to shoot the bird. I'll try to turn him around. Is he by himself? I hear Jake's with him or something. I see a few Jakes in it. Hurry. Y'all just get up soon as we're gonna go up here to this point. Okay. You can do that, or I can drop back. So whatever, y'all go ahead. We just need to get to calling to them if they're going the wrong way. We just need to hurry and get to calling to them if they're going the wrong way. They're just milling. Okay. Go back here. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Put it here, buddy. Yes.
Oh man.
Those are some nice birds.
How quick did that happen?
We worked it out. They were.
See how it breaks?
Yeah. And it seemed like they wanted to go left. When I saw them,
Did you hear me yelp the first time? I yelped at them, and they were just right here. Like we were set up, and I was peeking over, and I could see them. And
I couldn't see anything.
There was so much brush that I knew they needed to be here instead of there. Not because they're out of range, but because he couldn't see them.
Yeah.
So I just started yelping soft to them, and they came over, start to look, and then you heard them start putting.
Yeah.
And you know, they were like, well, now wait a second. I mean, because it's thick right now.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, now wait a second. And then you got on the call, did just right. He got.
Because when I got on the call,
heard more than one bird gobble. Did you?
Yeah, they gobbled together. At that time, I heard them putt or heard something, and I thought, I better drag these turkeys past them. So that's when I started yelping. And when I started yelping and they all gobbled, I thought, we're okay.
Yeah,
They
were already. Did you hear them? They were already kind of putting.
Yeah.
Putting around in here. But after you called again, I clucked real soft, and then after you called again, it just calmed them down.
Yeah, and I saw them.
And you know how they do? They get curious and they're like, I don't know, but I'm not scared, but I'm not happy.
Oh man, what do you think?
So I was
2 years in a row.
Because I couldn't. His head was big, but
you wanted to make sure you wouldn't shoot at Jake.
So I almost thought it was a hen.
No, I could see that it was a gobbler.
You said it was a gobbler, so I'm like, okay, I'll kill him.
All right, I'll kill him.
When I said, can you see that bird? You said, yeah, I see him, but I can't shoot him right now. He needs to take another step. And he took a couple more steps. And
I was like, I was like this.
I can kill him now, and I yelped.
So were y'all sitting down right there?
Yes.
We were sitting down.
Just on this side of that clump?
I was like this, and the only way I could see him was if I shot like that, and I didn't want to. But I had a little tiny opening that I could shoot out of, but I needed him to move only a few feet.
I cannot believe this is 2 years in a row that it happened like that.
Daddy, he's been strutting some.
Yeah, he's been strutting a lot, man.
Yeah.
His wings are
dark as they can be.
There's no denying that one right there.
There's no denying that one.
That's a really big wing.
Put it on him too. How much of him could you see? Just his head. This South Florida cover is tough on a youngster.
We've already experienced that once this morning.
Yes, we have.
Well, he had one walk by within shotgun once this morning.
Didn't let it happen again.
Didn't let it happen again, did you, man?
This was a better setup. It's tough to find a tree to lean up against.
You don't have the best beard ever.
Yeah,
You got a thin, that's a typical Osceola beard. That turkey you killed last year wasn't normal.
It was just, that was
the turkey you killed last year, you can't be expecting that every time, David. Come on now.
Okay.
You gotta get realistic, buddy.
You got to get realistic.
He gobbled it. We would have snuck up and seen him out there, I guess, but he gobbled right before we broke out into this.
I was videoing the deer. I was trying to video the deer down there, but that time he said, I said, that joker was like 125 to our left.
He was right there in that dip.
There wasn't enough time for my heart to start beating me.
Yeah, right, because when I told you to get down, sit down and put your gun up, and you said, you see them? And I said, yeah, they're coming. He said, where are they? I said, get your gun up on your knee. How much can you see? He said, not much.
Not much at all.
Dear God, thank you once again for bringing us down here safely. God, thank you for giving us the desire to chase these turkeys and to hunt them in all their different places. God, thank you for bringing this turkey to us this morning. For making us just bump into them, God. Just thank you for putting that together, and David and I have this activity that we enjoy so much to share together. God, I ask that you just watch over us for the entirety of the season, keep us safe in all of our travels, keep Dave safe as he's all over the place. We pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. That look about right?
That looks about right.
Looks pretty good.
What are you doing, trying to start a fire?
Yes.
You have any luck with it?
No.
It's awful wet around here for a fire.
Yes, I'm about to see if I can make one.
Would you like a year-old cigar?
I'm not picky.
Now let's see if we can't hunt us down a... Look at this fresh new piece I added to the vest this year. How about that?
I saw something about that on the...
How about that? I had
on the internet there.
Old buddy from West Virginia sent me this. It's awful thoughtful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Now my wick's wet. There we go. I think that'll get it. You're gonna burn your ear off. So what you think there, little man? You've hunted in Florida about 3.5 total hours, and you're 2 for 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you what, I'd go to Vegas with them odds. How about you?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there who'd like to have those odds.
Mm-hmm.
Myself included.
Absolutely, I was thinking to say, including me. David, in about 10 years, you'll understand the sweet taste of a cheap cigar.
immediately following some spring success, and you'll understand why we do it. The cigar part, I know you know why we do the rest of it. You're telling me that I'm gonna understand the taste of quality root beer too, aren't you?
Yes.
I need to get on this root beer kick.
I don't know about that. Of course, you'll have to have your cigar in March. You won't be able to have one in February then.
Mm-hmm. These February turkeys, we're gonna take them while we can get them, ain't we?
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to like these February turkeys.
That's nice.
We have killed a leap year turkey. Leap year gobbler.
Oh, that's better.
That's better. That's better right there, isn't it?
There you go.
Now we got it.
He's gonna enjoy that on the walkout, ain't he?
I believe we're gonna make a turkey hunter out of them.
Hey, lots of different ways to turkey hunt. I call it building a fort or dive in the ditches. Hey, whichever way you decide, you're going to see it right here on the Mossy Oak Go app. Some guys like to sit still, some throw up a blind, some dive in the ditches. Check some of this out.
That first swing, that's a swing of a lifetime. And that is something that you will look back on for a lifetime. You try to break down your season into what you call swings, the number of states that you're trying to put together and compile to get through in a certain time frame. I actually get to make 2 legitimate swings this year, which is huge in terms of the number of states I can get after. I have to go as hard as I can all season long. So many things that I can't control just have to go right. He's drumming. Is it your 1 o'clock? Hunter, tell me when you're on him. Hold on. 1. Ready? 1, 2. When we got to take a boat ride with 2 really nice Louisiana turkeys on the first morning of Louisiana season, that was just a moment that you look back on and you're like, Lord, I know that was a gift because nobody's quite that good. And We certainly aren't. So I appreciate your blessings, because that's about the only way I can describe it. And that really set us on a completely different velocity for this trip.
Turkey's just on the knoll of that ridge right there. There's no way we can get any closer. We gotta try to pull him down here.
Any form of excessive passion is definitely met with a degree of madness. The amount of effort is excessive, but it is directly proportional with the fulfillment, because people don't necessarily understand that there was 10 months of pre-planning. The achievement can only be great if the amount of effort that you had to exert to get there is equal to that. That is what makes the U.S. Slam so addicting.
This state has spiraled uncontrollably. We have done nothing but waste an entire day.
The only thing I can hear is an oil well. I literally couldn't hear a turkey if it was anything over 200 yards, which is just totally unacceptable. I haven't seen a turkey, I haven't heard a turkey, and I need to make a decision right now that is going to basically hinge the success of this swing hole.
I just feel like we gotta get out of here. Let's just get back to the plan. Well, let's go.
We were going to drive 3/4 of the night, and we were going to go do what we had set out to do. And we were going to start our morning where I wanted to have originally started my morning that very day. And we woke up, and we went right back after it with the same amount of passion and fire that we had in every day prior.
We worked really hard for this. Really hard. And we executed really well.
And when we killed that turkey, everybody's energy went from this thing could be just another turkey swing to we are on fire. Everybody was moving with a different degree of energy and adrenaline. And we knew at that moment we had an opportunity to do something special. We knew that we were moving way ahead of schedule. And we knew that we were walking with the Lord. you are haunted by the gobble. You live to hear that turkey gobble. My ability to potentially finish in 2020 was still very much hinged on how the second swing would go.
Hey, I hope you got your turkey fix. I certainly got mine. You ain't gonna see that anywhere else but the Mossy Oak Go app, live Wednesday night, 7 p.m. I cannot wait for next week. And it's all free.